defense. McNabb didn't seem to know what he was doing. 39 yards is ridiculous. Even if he triples his output, it's only going to be 145 yards passing. Adrian Peterson was ran for 100 yards last week, but it wasn't enough. They were lucky to even be in that game. If they didn't get a kickoff return from Percy Harvin, they would have been blown out by 20 points. I think that Tampa had played a tough game against Detroit last week and lost. But it seems like they're comfortable on the road. They only went 4-4 at home last year. So I see them coming in and beating Minnesota. The spread is +3. I expect Tampa to win this game.
So Tampa is actually an underdog on the road?
Yeah, a road dog.
A road dog. Yeah. Being that McNabb last week didn't even look like he belonged.
Exactly. He looked like he belonged playing with your family on Thanksgiving.
Hey, wait a second. I was the quarterback.
His feature receiver, Bernard Berrien, scored 0 fantasy points.
Yeah, McNabb was awful. They're ridiculous. And Tampa has a good team. I mean, they have some good players on that team. I'm not sure the Vikings are able to deal with them. Their defense isn't as good as it used to be. The Williams guys aren't what they used to be. I think one of them's even gone. Somebody in their secondary got hurt. Tampa should win. I mean, Tampa should probably won last week, but Tampa should win this week. And all they have to do is win. If they win outright, then you win. So I think it's a good bet.
But wait, I'd like to go back to Dan's earlier comment. I take offense to that. I was a quarterback in the O'Haron Bowl. I looked damn good. I threw for 400 or 500 yards. I had like 10 touchdowns. I'm sorry, sorry, audience. I had to diverge there because I took offense to that.
So you had McNabb's whole season in one game.
Yeah, I was way better than McNabb. McNabb wishes he could hold my jockstrap.
What was the good one I heard that at McNabb's current pace, he should surpass Tom Brady's Game 1 stats in Week 14.
Wow. Well, the thing is, though, he would have to play Week 14.
Wow.
Probably not going to happen.
Wait, that's our nugget of the week.
Yeah. Well, and old Big Ben ain't looking too good either, so he's right behind McNabb, I think. All right, so that was I like that pick. That is a guarantee. Let's have the Big B guarantee, brother
Scott
Brian.
will like my Big B guarantee. I'm gonna go with his team. It's -3. Washington is visiting, or I'm sorry, Arizona. I'm sorry, -4. I keep screwing up the spreads. They keep changing. Arizona is visiting Washington this week. Washington is favored by 4. This is going to be, and Scott doesn't have a sound effect, so I'm going to do my own for the nugget of the week. Here it goes. Okay, this is my nugget of the week. I did my own, Scott. That's proactive. All right. Here it is. Since 2003, from 2003 to 2008, is when the statistics were kept. West Coast teams are 19-59 when traveling East Coast and playing a 1:00 game. That is a .243 winning percentage. Point being that a West Coast team traveling East Coast and playing a 1:00 game, you get jet lag, it's a different time schedule, their body has to deal with different things. They have a very bad winning percentage. That's my first factor. My second factor is the Cardinals gave up 422 yards to Cam Newton, who's a rookie, passing. They're starting 2 rookie corners. I think Rex Grossman had 300 yards last week. He looked all right. I think Rex Grossman can pass and have a big game again this week. And here's my key. Look for Fred Davis, because I think Cooley is a little bit injured. Look for Fred Davis to have a big week this week. I think he's going to come out and have a big game. I just think the Redskins are going to be able to pass against them. I think this week they're going to improve their running game a little more. I think Tim Hightower will improve his performance. And also, I have another stat here. The Redskins are 6-0 in the last 6 games versus the Cardinals at home, and 7-0 overall in the last 7 meetings versus the Cardinals. And I guess in my last point before I end my Big B guarantee here is Jim Haslett. I really believe is one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and this is his 2nd year. And I think it takes a while for a team to buy into a system. Jim Haslett, before he came over to Washington, is a heavy blitzer. He likes to blitz a lot. He likes to take chances. Last year, their defense didn't rank very well. I think he had the Albert Haynesworth situation to deal with. I think now he has the pieces in place. He's got some good outside rushers from Arakpo and Kerrigan. He's got some good outside pieces. I think the team is buying into the system this year. So I look for the defense. Last year they finished, I think, 29th overall or 30th in the league. But I think this year they're going to have a much better season under Haslett. And I think this game, it's 3. The spread is 3. But I think the Redskins, or 4, I'm sorry. I think the Redskins can win by 10. I could see it being 27-17. Cobb could throw for, he could have a decent game, but I still think the Redskins are going to win 27-17, somewhere in that ballpark.
So, is Arizona coming off a win too?
Yeah, but barely.
Beat Carolina.
One of their touchdowns was a punt return, and Cam Newton had them on the Cam Newton was 2 yards or something from winning the game. At the end of the game, they stopped him on 4th down, but Cam Newton did whatever he wanted. He's a rookie to throw for 422 yards. I'm not taking anything away from Cam Newton. I think he's going to be a good player, but that's ridiculous to allow a rookie to have 422 yards.
I agree. That's terrible.
This is the battle of the quarterbacks looking for a second life, is it not?
Yeah.
Well, Rex Grossman's probably a 3rd life.
Yeah, 5th.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? I think Dan had, it's early in the season, but I think me and Dan both have made fun of Rex Grossman, and we like to call him Sexy Rexy. But he actually looked pretty good. He got rid of the ball. I think the key for Rex Grossman to be successful this year, and I was talking to Dan about this earlier, is he needs to get rid of the ball. I think when he gets in trouble and fumbles the ball is when he holds on to it. But he actually, if you watched the game last week against the Giants, he was pretty crisp. He got rid of the ball. The offense was in flow. He looked. He's not Peyton Manning, but he actually looked all right. I think the Redskins could do better than people expect.
At least he's playing.
Yeah, people are expecting. People are expecting the Redskins to finish 5-11. They could finish 8-8. I mean, they could have a better year than people think they're going to do.
I don't know.
And I can tell you, in D.C. this week, I didn't hear a lot of John Beck talk. That died out real quickly. I mean, granted, it could come back. I don't think they're going to be putting up billboards for John Beck like they are in Denver for Tim Tebow, but I think it's going to get to that level. All right, so there you have it. We have our Big D and Big B guarantees, as well as our 2 picks, so our 2 combined picks. So we'll go ahead and put up the recap here for all to see. This week, week 2 for Big Pick 4, we've got 3 road teams. The combined picks are both on the road favorites. Going against home dogs, which is, I'm telling you, week 2 in the NFL, you don't usually have this many home underdogs. It's very unusual this week. So we're going for the 2 away teams, Houston and Dallas, with the guarantees being Tampa going into a very non-snowy, nice fall day in Minnesota as a dog, and of course America's team, the Washington Redskins. They are the team from the capital of the United States, so they would be America's team, would they not?
Just so you know, Minnesota plays indoors.
Oh, they
Yeah,
play.
she makes the dough.
Hey,
They play
wait,
in
yo,
Roseville.
and also to remind
Do
our
we have to have our
audience,
stadium
yeah,
talk again?
yo, Dan and Dan's
No, they got a big hole in it when the snow
wait,
fell in
no.
on it, right?
No, Scott still has not done the Dan Kaiserman Stadium Challenge yet. I believe Scott was supposed to prove to Dan that he knew the stadiums around the league. That hasn't happened yet.
This is what Dan would say if he was a coach. That's Dan Kaiserman.
Hey, hey, bro, I gotta do my man violation.
So we're gonna wrap up week 2 NFL 2011 with a man violation from Brother Brian, Big B.
My man violation this week, I think everyone could definitely agree on. I had a little controversy last week. Some people disagree with my man ring. People have class rings and blah. I don't really listen to them and blah, 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 blah. But I don't think anyone could argue with this one. My man violation for week 2 is any douchebag who proposes to their wife or fiance at a baseball game, hockey game, basketball game. They are automatically just give up your man card. When you're on your knees at the stadium proposing to your wife, you should also hand your wife your testicles as you're proposing. Okay? All right. So there again is my man violation. Yes, yes. Where's my applause, brother Scott? I need applause. There we go.
That's a good one.
The worst laugh track I've ever heard. So there you have it. Week 1.
Week 2.
Week
Was
2.
it was a disappointment? Well, week 1 was a disappointment, and I just want to recap.
I wish one of your guys had children so I could kick them in their fucking head or stomp on their testicles so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I have.
So hopefully,
Wait.
Week
Time
2.
out. Scott, you had a bad week too. Let's not forget here. My brother Scott couldn't even get the show on before the games on Sunday.
Right.
All right, I think we all failed. I think Dan, I think you can agree we all had a bad
we all
week.
had a bad
We
week.
all had a bad week.
You know, I did come closest to winning a matchup, but I still.
what were you saying about the show again, Brian?
I'm gonna make, hey Scott, you're sleeping in my place tonight. I'm gonna make you eat a cricket tonight. Watch out! You're gonna open up with a cricket in your mouth.
I'm sure he's playing Kwang around.
What are you? I'm not planning on sleeping in your place tonight. The whole
Dog
night ahead
might
of
be
us.
at the Krog.
Right. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, as always, go out and place your bets, and don't that cash you get for your gold, just bet on Big Pick Force Bets. And as always,
Score with Big Pick 4.